Hi, I'm Meg.
And I'm David.
Welcome to The Average Vegans, a podcast to help you live an attainable vegan lifestyle. We're not the ripped influencer vegans you hear about in other podcasts. We're just some ordinary people living in the South, eating plants and loving animals.
And on today's episode, we are discussing our favorite vegan Costco products. This is the Cost Company, Costco. Is that what it means? Is that what it stands for? What does Costco stand for?
I have no
I
idea.
wonder how the name came.
Costco.
Yeah, it's a Costco. So it's a company that costs things. It's a cost company.
Oh my God. That's the lamest way to start this. We're sorry. I apologize.
Every way I start it's the lamest way to start it. That's why I do it.
Oh, I love Costco. I'm excited that we're talking about them today. I've always been a Sam's Club girl because that was what was near me, but Costco's like the shit. I like them way more. Plus, they make you wear masks, and I like that.
I've been to both, and I don't know. It's been a while, but I think Costco is seemed like it was less hectic.
Oh,
From my previous experiences, but I haven't had a lot of experiences though. You go there a lot more often than I do.
yes, yeah. We definitely went to Sam's quite frequently, but now the Costco is literally like 2 minutes from my house.
Right.
My husband says that he's mad because there could have been like a access road from our neighborhood to Costco, and it would have been like 30-second drive. Yeah.
That would probably be dangerous if they did that.
Yeah, then we'd have all kinds of traffic too. And I'd buy all the stuffs.
That's what I meant. There we go.
There's so many things that I can't wait to talk about that we tried, and things that I've had before too that I just am so excited to be able to buy in bulk. So for anyone who doesn't know what Costco is, I guess we should probably explain that.
Oh yeah.
For any international listeners, I don't know, is there Costco in other countries? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Should have done some research probably about Costco, but got nothing for you. They are a bulk store, just like Sam's Club or BJ's or things like that, where you can buy products, everyday products that you buy at a normal grocery store, but in massive quantities. So we do it a lot because there are certain things that we like to have like in bulk, like, toilet paper and, things like that. But they actually have a lot of vegan options that you probably wouldn't expect. So I dragged David's booty to Costco because I have a membership. It was fun. We had a little shopping day.
It's very big. And they have a lot of pretty much everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They have TVs and like sun visors. Because you guys were all having a fun. Did you get your sun visor over there? I remember.
I did, and yet I keep forgetting to use it. It's like a habit you have to form to make it useful, and I forget every time. I need like an alarm. It's like goes, put your stupid sun visor on.
You went all the way to Costco. I was all the way to Costco. You went 30 seconds to Costco to get
oh, jeez.
But yeah, it's I actually was kind of surprised at everything they did have there. I didn't think they'd have like electronics and just cars cleaner and all kinds of stuff. It's just
they have tires.
Yeah, I tires, all kinds of stuff. I knew it was like food and stuff. I figured it was mostly food, and then like I knew they had like clothing and stuff. But I figured it was just that. But no, it was way more than I thought it'd be.
You could buy like a mattress all the way down to like bulk almond milk there. It's insane. It's crazy.
Also, isn't Costco like they pay their employees like $15 or $20 an hour? They have health benefits, medical leave, maternity leave, paternity, all kinds. They have pretty good benefits there too, which is nice to hear. I doubt Sam's Club is the same way because the Sam's Club is part of Walmart.
Yeah,
so I doubt Sam's Club has the same benefits, but I know Costco is actually pretty high above the bar when it comes to benefits for the workers and such as well.
Yeah, I've heard that it's a pretty fun place to work. So you pay a membership, obviously yearly membership, and you get to go. You can't really. I think there are like exceptions but for the most part, you can't shop there unless you have a membership. So David tagged along with me and my husband.
What's crazy is when you're there, they have these giant like RoboCop robots walking around with like just huge like gun hands, like
He's such a
show me
psycho,
your
this guy.
card. If you don't show them the card, they like will literally like arrest you and throw you out.
No, no, they
They do. They do.
won't.
They have
They'll make up
security. They do
lies.
have security. They don't actually shoot you. It's more for like it's more to scare you. Like oh my god, I'm probably but you can. Yeah, if you don't have one, the cops will escort you out and like call you names and like call your mom and
Oh
tell
my
her
gosh.
tell her about it too. Like your mom, it's like really bad.
We're never going to have Costco as a sponsor. Thanks, David. Thanks a lot.
No, but
uh, how cool would that be? Okay, so we're going to talk about some of our favorite vegan Costco products. But first, I'm going to give my one and only don't buy tip. And my husband and I gave this tip to David as
mm-hmm.
well. Um, we have purchased things from like the bakery that obviously weren't for me, but they were for my husband and my children. And they go bad very, very quickly. So if you buy anything in the bakery, like freshly made, for some reason, maybe it's just my Costco, but it's the only thing that I've had a bad experience with. They just go to bad very quickly. It's like you need either freeze things that you buy in the bakery there, or you eat it very quickly. So that's my one negative. So sorry,
Yeah.
Costco. Don't get mad.
So now that's why we
Get
want to get
better.
sponsored by Costco.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh
you want
gosh.
because there's nothing that I saw in the bakery aisle that was the bakery area that was vegan anyway. But yeah,
There might be something sneaking in there.
I think usually bagels. A lot of bagels will usually come up as vegan though. You don't like bagels?
I love bagels, but they went bad so quickly that that's all
Oh
I can
yeah,
picture right
fair
now.
enough. Yeah, but usually the
Oh
bagels are
gosh.
usually okay. You can usually get away with vegan bagels, and sometimes English muffins. I don't know if they had those, but usually stuff
Mm.
like that. Usually the heartier breads tend to be mostly vegan and always have vegan option. It's usually the softer, sweeter,
Hmm.
fancier stuff. Aren't what we wouldn't have the option for.
There is another alternative. So if we're going to talk about like a bread kind of thing, they do have Dave's Killer Bread, certain options. Now, again, the things we're going to talk about today that we love from Costco, they're not at every location, right? You know, every location is different things. You're going to have things that we don't have, vice versa. But what we found is they did have Dave's Killer bread. They had their buns, which is my favorite. I
And it
love
has
their
it
buns.
has the stuff on top, little
Yes,
bits
and they're
on
so
top.
soft. They're like the
Yeah.
softest buns. I love them. So you can get them in bulk. I think you get like two containers or
Mm.
bags.
Bags,
I don't know. I don't
satchels.
know. Two things of buns. So it's a really good deal. They also have, I thought there was another bread on here. No, but
Mm.
that I think might be one of the only breads that I saw that was vegan at our Costco. So again, do a little bit better in your bakery, Costco. I know you're listening. Um, there's definitely a lot of stuff in the frozen area, but before we get into that, like the produce at Costco is really
Yeah, it's
nice.
very
I
nice.
I will high five them. It is fresh and clean and obviously comes in bulk, so like that's exciting. Um
I
so
feel
I would recommend looking, and there's also sometimes things that you don't normally see. Like there's a lot of, options that you just don't see at every grocery store. So let's take a look at the produce for sure.
yeah, I think with the produce for me, and if because I live by myself, so I cook for myself. So the produce, though we got the melon. By the way, my melon went bad. It wasn't anything wrong with the. I waited too long. I was like waiting for the perfect. It was like I waited too long for the perfect ripeness, and then it kind of went
It
bad. And
was
that was
so
me.
good.
I tried one at your house because we got this like
Hmm.
Asian, like it looked like a cantaloupe, but like they'll shape like a football,
And I don't
kinda.
know if I took a picture of it either because I
No,
was
I
so
didn't.
excited about
No,
it.
it actually. Have you ever seen a rugby ball?
Yes.
A rugby ball is like not pointed; it's kind of round. I think is right. So it
Hmm.
reminded me of like a rugby ball, but it looked like a cantaloupe style.
Oh, it
And
was
it's more of
so
like, and to me, it
good.
was more like a crunchier cantaloupe, less juicy, more
Yes.
dry, which is in a good way, a little bit sweeter too. It's really good. But I probably wouldn't get the produce there only because it's in bulk.
Right.
And I wouldn't go through it fast enough, right?
Yeah.
So if you get like bulk tomatoes, you probably can go through a bat. I think of tomatoes way faster than I can,
Right.
or onions or anything like that. So because if I when I cook tomatoes, I cook with a tomato. You probably cook with like tomatoes. Mine's singular plural.
Right.
So I
We
think
actually grow our own tomatoes because we're so fancy.
fancy. So I think definitely if you have like a family to feed or it's like 3 or more people, the bulk produce is definitely worth it, especially compared to like per pound or per item to the grocery stores. It's definitely worth it. But yeah, for me it wouldn't be because it's just little old me.
And you have to be conscious of that too, right?
For
You don't
sure.
want to, get so excited because you want to buy all the stuff because it all looks so good. But you're right. If you're not going to use the products in time and they're going to go bad, then that's wasteful.
Right.
So you have to be conscious of like what are you really going to consume
Yeah.
um in a timely fashion because things do, go bad if they are, produce and stuff like that.
Fact.
All right, so let's talk about some frozen things that we liked. We just have like a random list all over the place.
Like we do.
Out I know, right? So this first one is a brand that I really, really, really love. Alpha Foods.
Yeah.
I love them. They make like super like comfort junk food, and I love them for it. But they have the crispy chicken patties, just basically like a chicken patty kind of thing, and you can make like a sandwich with it, like a chicken sandwich kind of thing. They're really good. I love them. I love that they get super crispy in the air fryer. They taste really good. My husband and my daughter love them, so to get them in bulk is like a big deal. I have seen, I'm really jealous, there are other alpha food products at other Costco's that make me very upset that I don't have them at my Costco because they make those like those little circle hot pocket things they make.
Yeah, I've had those
You know,
before.
oh, they're
Yeah,
so
I think they have them
good.
at the Kroger near me. And I made them before. They're really good.
Well, I've seen that they have them in bulk
Oh,
at
no.
other Costco's, and I'm like, maybe it's a good thing
Yeah,
because
that's how
I
you.
will eat the crap out of those. They're so good and they're so tiny that it's dangerous. Fine, I'll accept my defeat. But the chicken patties, you should check them out. They're crispy, they're delicious. And again, buying them in bulk and they're frozen. So like it makes it easy to kind of use them whenever you need them.
I like taking chicken patties like that and use them in salads. So I'll
Yes.
air fry them and then I'll cut them like little strips and make like a little vegan blue cheese or something.
I like that.
Make like a chicken salad out of them. Pretty good. So that's why I use them more. I use them more. Not, I mean, I've had the Alpha Foods ones before, but they're not. I don't think the place near me doesn't have them. But chicken patties and the chicken patties in general, I tend to like not have them sandwich wise. I usually put them
How
in
do you like
things.
cut them?
Yeah, so
I mean,
I usually would take them and I'll cut them in strips and put them in salads, or I'll cut them in chunks and put them in pastas and stuff like that. That's usually if I want like a quick protein option, that's what I usually do with them.
that's good. I like that. All right. Did you get one of these?
I did not get
The
one of those.
IE. Oh my gosh. Whew. Yes, 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 yes. Um, it's from the brand I Eat Grass, and it's mac and yeast.
Eh,
Like, so funny. Come
eh,
on, that's
eh.
funny. And I saw it, and I just got excited because it said the word vegan on it. So I was like, woo.
I was so mad
Um,
at you too because I didn't see it. I was like, "Oh, you mother!" And I always didn't get it because like it was so big. Like, there's no way I either wouldn't finish it to go bad, or I'd eat it all and have a stomach ache.
oh,
Because it's the thing, and that thing to bear in mind
all
about
or
Costco.
nothing.
Costco isn't like you get a little one for yourself. No, Costco's like
That's right.
everything's like family size, right? So, and again, it's just me. So get
Yeah.
like this massive thing of like mac and cheese. Would just I'd go like I basically would beef dinner. I'd be like,
So
oh,
good.
my stomach, or I'd eat half of it and go, I got the rest of it out because it was bad. So I didn't get it because it
Oh
wouldn't last very
God.
long because you got to cook it all at one time. But go ahead, you tried it. So how was it?
Well, the next time you come over, I'll get one from the Costco that's 2 seconds away from my house, and then you can try it.
All right.
It reminds me of if you are a Georgia resident, Atlanta specifically. It reminds me of Soul Vegetarian. Um,
Oh yeah.
Vegan mac and cheese because their mac and cheese is like legendary in this city. Like Soul Vegetarian, either location, amazing. They go to Veg Fest every year, so good. But this mac and cheese reminded me of it. It had the same kind of like flavor to it. So good. I highly recommend.
Yeah, it looked really good. I wasn't sure if it'd be like that or it'd be kind of like those things are usually like really good, kind of like you were saying, or they run like the runny kind of not very good cafeteria style mac and
Oh
cheeses, which are
gosh.
like it's a hit or miss with us. So I'm glad it was good. I think if I do something with like have friends over and have like a
Yeah.
gathering, maybe I'll get something like that. But yeah, it sounds really good.
It's very creamy now that you said that it's not runny like that. Yeah, it's definitely very creamy. So that's a good thing.
Very.
Um, did you've tried this next one at my house. So
Yeah.
there is a kind of cheese at Costco that I don't think I've ever seen this brand anywhere else. Maybe I've just missed it, but Parmela Creamery, they have plant-based cheese, and I think I got like a Parmesan, no, provolone kind of mozzarella, something like that. It was delicious. It's very creamy, but there isn't like a strong, like cheese flavor
Right.
to it. It's kind of more mild, which is, okay if that's what you're going for. It's not going to be like a strong flavor, but it's very creamy. It melts super well. You could eat it with a cracker and it's good. It does have a little bit of an interesting texture, as a lot of plant-based cheese does.
Yeah. No,
But I recommend this brand too. I want to try other kinds of cheeses by them.
a friend of mine, her daughter likes the American cheese style from this company.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, she makes grilled cheese sandwiches. This is the only one she likes actually. She doesn't like the other ones. So
That's
it
interesting.
is
So it's
it
kid
is. So yeah, it's
approved.
kid approved. Yeah, for sure.
Love that. And it's a little kid approved too. So that's saying something. Um, the next one,
Yeah. So I
you
got these
tried
two.
these
Yeah, I
too.
got these two.
Okay.
Yeah, these were the.
You could talk about them then,
All
because
right.
then I'll just pipe in.
All right. These were the crispy vegetable spring rolls with plum sauce packets. Really good. I love. It's weird. Like spring rolls. I don't. There's what's between a spring roll and an egg roll.
I feel like the spring roll, the wrapper is less like hard and crispy, except in this instance where it feels like it is more
Yeah.
egg rolly.
Yeah.
These feel more egg rolly than spring roll to me.
Okay. Because I was like I don't know sure if they're like anonyms or synonyms or but yeah. So I see I still have them. I still have like half the box left, which is not saying anything negative. It's just me eating through them. So
Right.
I actually will throw them in the air fryer for about like for a few minutes. I'll put them in for like
That's how I
five,
did it too.
check them up, put them in for a few more. And like I'll have them as a snack. Like okay, I'm hungry, but I don't need a meal, but I need something to give me through till like whatever. And actually I'll order like even when I order there's a few like Asian places around me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll order from there instead of ordering their egg rolls or spring rolls. I'll just pop those in the thing. So it's actually come in handy a lot. It's actually saved me money in
That's
the long run.
really cool.
Yeah. It is a
Interesting.
huge freaking box for like really cheap too.
Oh yeah.
I
It's
don't.
like never ending. It feels like you could keep eating from this box and there's still more in there.
I'm gonna look. I just reach in and grab 3 or 4 and throw them in the air fryer. I'm gonna look in the box. I don't. I think about half the box is still there, but I don't know how much is left. But I was surprised. I should have given a receipt to know all the prices, but I remember it wasn't. It was like maybe like less than $10, I think,
From what I remember
for
too.
like 10,000 egg rolls.
It's what it feels like.
It's
What
like
do you think about the sauce?
I don't use the sauce.
Okay, I wasn't a super big fan of it. I don't know why. It's just something weird about it. It wasn't my jam. I don't know if I'm a big
It's
plum
not.
sauce
It's not
person.
jam. It's plum sauce.
Oh, Jesus. Not
Wacko
my
wacko.
favorite sauce, but I do love the spring rolls. And so did my family. They like them too. So, which is good, but they also,
My
steal my food.
my favorite sauce is like I just kind of go with it, like what I want, and
hmm
I will use it's whatever I'm in the mood for. Like I've actually dipped these in blue cheese, ranch, barbecue, ketchup, mustard. I just dip it whatever. Whatever I'm like, what I want. I'm kind of feeling some blue cheese flavor today, so I just do that.
My
It's just,
gosh.
which sounds weird, but they're not like seasoned. They're just like some
Right.
vegetables in a little fried pastry thing. So there's no flavor to them. I mean, they're not bland. They have some seasoning to them, like salt, pepper, garlic kind of thing.
Oh my God, you cracked me up. I just picturing you dipping them into like yellow mustard for some reason.
Dude,
It just makes me cringe.
Well, honey mustard, but yeah, 6 of 1, really. Yeah.
Oh my God. No, I'm
But,
thinking worst case scenario.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
if I had straight up yellow like deli mustard, I'd do that too. I love mustard's my jam. I prefer mustard over ketchup for sure. I also like black licorice, so yeah, I'm a monster.
You really are.
But no, they're really good. And I would definitely recommend them. If anything, like I go to Costco just to get a box of those and keep them in the freezer.
Well, next time you come over, we can go and get some.
Straight up my favorite thing that we so far it's my favorite thing we got there. I'm like, because it's just great. They're like, just I seriously there's been times where I'm like, I'm hungry and I'm not thirsty because I had a bunch of water today. Because usually sometimes hunger and thirst feel the same. And
right.
I'm just kind of need something, but not need a meal. It's perfect. It's just 3 of them.
Yep.
Squash it.
And they get real crispy, which you like, dude. That. Like you bite into a it's so good.
Because too many times you'll put something that's frozen to an air fryer and then ends up being like soggy or kind of like or rubbery or burnt. It's not. It's just put it in for like 5 minutes, shake, put it back in for 3, done.
So good.
Snap noise.
So good. All right. Next, I just wanted to mention this because I think this is an interesting tip for anybody that needs milk in bulk, plant-based milk, obviously, nut milk, because there are, like parents who need a lot of milk for their kids or whatever, cereals and mac and cheeses and all that stuff that you might need some kind of plant-based milk for. You can go to Costco and get a big old giant thing of like almond milk. There is coconut milk. There's macadamia milk, which I've never had and I really want to try, like macadamia nut milk. Never had it. Sounds good.
That's good.
But it sounds like might be too sweet for me. But again, if you're gonna have it with like cereal or something, that'd be delicious.
Macadamia nut milk is really good for like making lattes and stuff too, like making like coffee drinks. Really good for that. It steams. That's a good idea. Well. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. So they have all the milks. They have them like in the cold milk area. Yes, you have to look at the gross dairy milk. But they have them in there. They also have like, the dried versions, not dried, but the not cold versions.
Shelf stable
dried.
Is the
Why did I say dry? That was weird. That was strange.
It's the shelf stable.
Yes, thank you. Milk options. So like if you need milk in bulk, this is the place to go. You can definitely get a wide variety. I was highly impressed with the options. So go get your milk. I wish they had my cream. It's the only thing I wish they had. My almond cream. It'd be so nice, but they don't. I'd buy it all the time from there. Are you listening, Costco? Hook me up.
Take notes, guys.
Oh gosh. All right. So another one of my favorites that they have the, I always say this wrong. Hippies.
There you go. Hippies. Like I said, chickpeas, hippies.
Yeah. It just looks like, I don't know. My brain wants to say hippo and then peas. And I don't know why. But anyway, they have them like a big ass freaking bag. It's like my torso. It's huge so bag, big. Dude.
Yeah.
It's so stupid big. But again, if you have kids or it's your favorite snack or you're having a party, this is a great place to go.
Oh my God, they're so good. See, I didn't buy a bag because I would eat in the bag on the way home. I'm not exaggerating. I was like, I was like, yeah, no, because I will get sick eating mac and cheese and hippies.
We didn't go down the candy aisle. I wonder if they have any vegan gummies so I can buy them for you in bulk.
I checked. I didn't.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I didn't see any. Of course, shit. Of course I checked. Vegan gummies. I was
I'm
like,
gonna go on their website and look too. Maybe I can find some that's not in our location.
well, while you guys were trying to like figure out what line to go in, I was like, I'm going to the candy aisle. Man, no gummy candies. This is bull.
Oh my gosh. David's favorite. Send all the gummy candies to
Oh
us.
my god, I
All right. So on a healthier option, and I have bought these. My daughter loves them. There's actually, I think, one left in the freezer right now. But the acai bowls, they come with like granola and like a smoothie bowl, all made in the little bowl. So you don't have to do anything but kind of thaw it out, just let it for a second thaw out, or you can, microwave it a little bit. But it's a great, easy, like healthy snack. That's why I love that my daughter likes them, because I know when she grabs that, she's got, a bunch of like fruits and granola and stuff to keep her kind of going while she does her homework. So she likes to grab them when she gets home from school.
That's a good option,
that's
especially
definitely
for
a
that.
nice little option.
Oh yeah, they're really good about having like little snacky foods and stuff from there, which is nice.
They are. It's nice because, you don't really get snacks in big quantities at normal places. So it's exciting. They have lots of frozen options that include like burgers. Now, of course, I think there's like a veggie burger somewhere in the Costco, but I went immediately to the Impossible Burgers because you can't get them in bulk anyplace else, and that's freaking exciting. And they're a good deal, but they also had Beyond Burgers like right next to it. So like if you have a preference, you can choose from either one, which David does have a preference.
Yeah, I prefer the Impossible. The Beyond Burger makes my stomach hurt, but mostly smells like cat food, so I'm not down.
I always pick the Impossible too. I just like it more.
Yeah.
I really don't care though if Beyond is an option at a restaurant. I take it, and I high five them for giving me something. But the Impossible is definitely my choice. So again, they have both at this Costco, which is, do you know how exciting it is to know that 2 minutes from my home, I can buy a bulk thing of vegan meat. Like it's just so exciting because I live out in the boonies. I don't live like super close to Atlanta or to a major city like David does. So like, I mean, we just got like DoorDash and Uber Eats like right before COVID hit. Thank goodness.
Oh yeah.
And there are a lot of times when I go to order something. This happened last weekend, and there are no drivers. So I truly live out in the boonies where people don't even want to DoorDash. Y'all could make so much money if you came around here. I'm just saying. But the fact that I can now like basically I could walk there and get like a bunch of vegan options is very, very exciting. I know it sounds sad.
It really is.
David's like, I've got like a Whole Foods right around the corner from my house.
I do. I have two actually.
Hate you so much.
2 Whole Foods, Sprouts, Trader Joe's, across the street from the Sprouts.
I haven't been to Trader Joe's since before COVID,
Really?
but that's our next store we're going to. So
yeah, Trader Joe's coming out with more options soon.
It's my favorite.
Yeah,
so good, so good.
Yeah, I still have the Impossible Burgers in the fridge. I have in the freezer. I have about half the bag left. And it's another one of my go-tos. There's been a couple of nights where I didn't feel like going to the store. I'm like, okay, I need something to eat. I got bread. I got something. I got a question for you too. But I got bread. I got Impossible Burgers, and I got something to have as a side. Boom. So do you? I'll put this. And this is actually a sidebar. People, hang on. This is fun stuff.
Okay, I'm scared.
So I will if I have regular bread at home, I will use that for like burgers. Do you do that, or is that I'm the only one who does that?
I grew up super poor.
That's I was going to next. I think that's like a growing up lower, like I think that's growing up low middle class and below. Because let's just not name names, but I have an ex where we were doing veggie burgers, and she was like, well, let's get buns. I'm like, I got bread at the house. It's like, what? I got bread at the house. Why would I spend money on hamburger buns?
It's just a different shape of bread.
It's just a little sticker on top. Who gives a crap, right? And
okay,
she's like, ew, what are you talking about? I was like, what? Why? She was like, but that's a hamburger buns are for hamburgers, and that's I'm like, so I was like,
You're so bougie.
And this is obviously this is not a vegan topic, but I've been vegan my entire life, and most people listening haven't either. I was like, so when you were growing up and you had to have and you were having hot dogs for dinner, did you always have hot dog buns? She goes, yeah, of course. I was like, oh, we had different lives.
Yes, we did.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, it was like, why this one get
that
buns?
Was a luxury.
You went home and you put ketchup on one side, mustard the other. You smushed it and you took your bread and you went folded it over, and that was your hot dog bun.
Yeah, the only time no difference.
You didn't get buns. The only time you actually got the buns was it was like a family cookout thing.
Yep, I was just gonna say it was a barbecue,
or it was a special thing. Like, hey, let's get buns. We're gonna get.
It's 4th of July.
Like it was like a treat to actually have the buns. Like that was the thing. And this is not knocking my parents. My parents did everything they could for us. They provided for my brothers and I way better than I probably even understand. They probably sacrificed a lot to give us what we needed. This is not a knock. It was just your life. It's just like, why buy hamburger buns when you have bread at home? Why get hot dog? So yeah, it's just I was just curious. Like
that's so interesting.
Is that a weird thing in my life or no? It's just
nope.
You know, when you have 3 kids.
Nope, she was weird.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, yeah. That was my short. I was like, you had a different life than I did.
Absolutely. That's what. That's Is that the There's a thing going on around on Facebook where it's like, what did when you were a kid, what did you consider like being like upper middle class, or like your friends, if you went to their house, what if they had something, what was like, oh my gosh, they're fancy, they're rich. And so like a lot of people were like a dishwasher, because not everybody had one. Like I never had one until I was married. So that's odd to me.
Oh yeah, I had one of those at one point. Yeah.
Never. But like things like that, like what was somebody said? Oh, an ice maker in your fridge, but like they didn't have those when I was a kid anyway. I'm old, so like that wasn't a thing. But yeah, we definitely wouldn't have had that either. At least I don't think it was a thing. Maybe I was really that sheltered.
Yeah.
Was that in the 80s? I don't know. Anyway, but like I find that so interesting. And now I'm gonna be like, if you used regular bread you for your buns, then you were just basic like the rest of us.
Yeah, that's how you knew.
Wow.
Man. Yeah. All right. That's
interesting.
I never thought to ask you about this. Full on sidebar. Okay.
Yeah, I love that. We want to hear what you guys think too. You need to comment on our last Instagram post and tell us which one you like. Are you a bun person or are you a bread person?
That's right.
That's our question.
What was your life like?
Oh my gosh, that was a good one.
All right, so go.
Okay, next. Organic chia seed bowl. So this is kind of reminds me of the acai bowls, except it's not like frozen, and it's more like a fruit chia seed kind of like. You don't like chia seeds?
I don't like things made with chia seeds because they get slimy and like
and it bugs you.
It's grody.
I wish you guys could see David's face. It's so cute.
I've tried making chia seed pudding. I've tried using chia seeds to make thicker things. The only time I use chia seeds in that context is I'm making like a chia egg for baking.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, like, I also put chia seeds in my smoothies, but they don't sit long enough to congeal.
Yeah. Oh God, ugh. I don't like that word either. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God, I have to take a picture of his face. Oh, it's killing me. Poor David. All right, we'll skip over that one. It's a good one, but
we're good. No, good. You're good. Because you've tried it, so go ahead. You're good.
I have, and I like it. My daughter likes it a lot too. It's not something we get every time, but if we're in the mood for it, it's definitely an option. Again, just trying to point out like a healthier vegan option, since we are also talking about like snacky stuff too. Now the next thing, my daughter loves these. The vegetable, I'm gonna say it wrong. Yokisoba.
Yokisoba. Right.
Okay, I was close.
You're close. You're good on it. Yeah.
They're like stir-fried noodles with veggies and like a spicy sauce, and they're pretty delicious. My daughter loves them. We get those almost every time we go, for sure. She loves a little spicy noodle, little ramen.
I haven't got that one before, but I've got stuff like it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, the other one on this list too is very similar. The brown rice ramen noodles and is that millet? What? I can't say words today.
What's
wrong with my brain?
Man. I don't know. Millet.
I have those as well. They're delicious. Again, they're just kind of like a noodle that has extra like, brown rice and like gives you extra like protein and stuff in it or whatever. So those are really good ramen noodles. They definitely have a bunch of options for you to pick from. I'm sure there are other options that we didn't pick. Like I'm not going to buy every freaking ramen noodle there is. We could do a ramen noodle taste test though. Dang it. Mm. My daughter might like jump us for that. She might be like, "Give me all of it." She's a ramen girl. I do have a little tiny sidebar.
Ooh.
Be careful with your ramen, especially with your children. This is such a weird PSA, but if my friend Heather is listening, her poor sweet daughter was getting ramen out of the microwave and it was boiling hot and it spilt on her bare legs and she had second-degree burns and like emergency room, all kinds of like cadaver skin, all kinds of crazy stuff to like help her because she like lost skin from hot ramen. Oh my God. Who would have ever guessed? So here's a little PSA. Save your skin. Be careful with your ramen. Is that kind of rhyme?
Kind of rhymed. We're close.
All right.
I'll give it to you. Save your skin. Can be ramen. You can make it rhyme. You can skin ramen if you want to. But yeah.
Oh God. Oh, that sounds gross.
Her name is Meg, and she's here to say anyway.
Okay. Okay. All right. You talk about one that you liked. I talk too much.
So I didn't actually get that much. So that's and there's some stuff I've had before. So the Nature's Bakery Fig Bar. I've had these quite a bit. I've actually bought boxes, not at Costco, but in other places when I know it is like a snacks in the house. I love these things. Because I grew up like eating Fig Newtons.
Yes.
Which were like, oh, so good. So I love fig bars and the Nature's Bakery Fig Bars. I think all of them are vegan. They have different flavors. They have like fig, blueberry, strawberry.
I like the blueberry one.
Blueberry's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's not a hit or miss. They're all really, really good. Yeah. So if you go to Costco or see them anywhere, really pick a box up. I really enjoy them. But yeah, I like them as a cookie alternative because cookies can be a little and they're also individually packed, the wraps, whatever. So you're not likely to eat like 4 or 5 at a time. You eat
that
a serving.
That is a good point. That's a good point. You'd have to consciously be like, I'm going to unwrap each one and then talk yourself out of it.
And you walk away. You
know? Right near where you got the fig bar, there's also the pure organic layered fruit bars. I have never bought these. I've never purchased them, but it is a vegan alternative to like, what would you call it? Like dang it. My brain just went blank again, like a granola bar or no, these are like the fruit bar, like the oh my gosh, not Gushers, fruit by the foot kind of thing, like that stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think I have a couple of those downstairs in my pantry.
Yeah,
I think I have a couple of these downstairs actually.
I want to know how they taste. I feel like the texture might be weird for me, but they look really good. And I love that there's, a vegan like fruit leather kind of, alternative there. And they're right next to where we got the fig bars. I remember it very clearly. There's something on this list that I have not tried, but it looked so stinking good that I had to put it on this list. The mixed nut butter. This looks amazing. Okay, so it's got cashews, almonds, Brazil nuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, hazelnuts, pumpkin seeds, and Celtic sea salt. Oh, are you kidding me?
I think the next time, if I go back with you again, I might grab that.
I really want some. It sounds amazing because I'm not I like peanut butter, but I don't like peanuts. So like a lot of the other kind, I know I'm weird, but this one doesn't have any peanuts in it. And a lot of the other kinds of like almond nut butters are very expensive. Like they're stupid expensive, but you can get this mixed nut one from Costco and it's got like, 5 different kinds of nuts in them. That's exciting. Seeds, all that stuff. So that's definitely one we want to try. If you guys have tried it, let us know what you think. Like, I hope it doesn't taste like all gross after I bought a giant container of it.
I am a little hesitant because I had a jar of it was like walnut and peanut and something else was in it. It was pecan. It was like 2 or 3 nuts were in it mixed together, and it was not good. I was like,
Oh
ugh.
no.
So I'm a little like gun shy. I ended up actually tossing the whole jar. I couldn't eat it. Like, and it ended up going bad because I needed it. I was like,
Yikes.
ugh. I'm trying to give it to my dogs. Like, hey, little snack for the dogs. Hey, like, even the pit bull's like, that's not good. I'm gonna pass. Like, dude, you're okay.
Okay.
So, but I'll try it. I might get that next time we go up there.
Maybe one of us can get it and then we can like both try it and split it up or
Yeah, there we
something.
go.
Because I'm now you've got me extra scared.
But
So
cashews make everything tasty, though.
yeah, of
Kind of really
course.
good.
Oh, now I'm nervous. You're ruining it.
Fair enough. Yeah, but yeah, no, I eat a jar of peanut butter a week pretty much. So
Oh my
I
gosh.
put it in my smoothies, and if I'm again because like I don't like trying to overeat because again there's a fat kid living in me at all times. So like I know if I know I'll eat everything in my house. I shared a picture of my fridge, my pantry with you after I get to clean them all out. And you're like, you need to go get food. I'm like, why?
Yes.
Because again, if it's in the house, I'll eat it.
You're such a spaz.
So I don't keep much food in the house. I've done a little more. I've added like some soups and stuff just in case. So if I'm munchy hungry and need something I'm kind of for my blood sugar drop, I'll just literally get a spoon of peanut butter and like eat a spoon of peanut butter, and just like that's it.
It's so good.
It's so
But
good.
again, I I like other nuts more. So I feel like yeah, I know, dirty. I feel like I would like this nut butter more. But
It
now
does
you've
sound
got
good.
me freaked out because you literally threw an entire thing away. So now I'm
But to be fair,
scared.
the nuts that were in this one aren't in here. It's because it has like cashews and
Okay.
almonds and Brazil nuts. This had walnuts in it. So maybe it's the walnuts. Because walnuts can be kind of bland anyway.
And very dry,
So maybe
like
that's what it
so
was. Though. Maybe
dry.
that's what it was. Maybe because
Okay. All
walnut butter
right.
was on it. But yeah,
Try to
try
be
it.
brave. God.
You can do it, man.
Um, the Simple Mills brand is a great brand if
Yeah.
you've never tried any of their products. They make a lot of crackers and I think they make cookies as well. But the Simple Mills almond flour crackers are delicious. I love them. I've had them. I don't even know if I got them the last time when we went together, but I bought them before as well. They're delicious. They're, a light cracker. So you can get that, put some of your mixed nut butter on it and have a go.
Ooh.
Or let me go or put your Parmela Creamery cheese on your cracker and have a little lunchable.
Or both.
Come on now. Oh, ew.
Wait,
Alternate maybe.
no, little cheese and little cheese and peanut butter.
No.
What?
Oh, I quit. I quit the podcast now.
That was that was a snack.
Cheese, peanut butter, and a cracker?
That was a snack like my dad would give us growing up.
No.
Cheese
Absolutely
and peanut
not.
butter. Dude, you haven't
threw up
lived.
in my
I'm
mouth.
just saying.
Shut it. Near where we got the fig bar and the fruit bars, there is a plant-based protein. I did not try it, but I wanted to tell you guys about that because every single like little area we went down, we saw something vegan. It was kind of exciting. But to see that they also have plant-based protein is really exciting because of course it's in bulk. It's a big one.
You can bulk
So
and bulk.
if you there you go. That was cute. If you are looking for a new plant-based protein, hopefully you like this one, but they definitely have an option for you. So check it out.
Yeah, I've met a few people who use Orgain. I guess it's gain because gains,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
or
get it.
because organic.
Right.
But I have a few people who have used Orgain. They really like it. They say it blends really well and has a good flavor to it. So
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
yeah, I haven't really used it personally, but I know people who have.
And I mean, it is a big container.
It's huge.
So yeah, you're gonna,
So many servings.
worth the money for sure. I will say there are some things that aren't always a great deal at Costco. I mean, not everything is like the best deal ever.
True.
There are some things where you're just like, that seems a little expensive, even though you're in a bulk, area. It's still, just be conscious of prices.
I think
Everyone's always out to get you.
That's something to bear in mind is the prices seem high, but you have to remember the volume that you're purchasing. So you may
Mm-hmm.
see, like almond milk. You're like, oh my god, that's expensive for almond milk, but it's expensive for almond milk. Yeah, but you're getting like 2 gallons.
Right.
So be mindful of that. I would suggest I did this a couple of times we were in there. Usually end up being roughly even, maybe a little better at Costco. Or really, if you're in any situation where you're or any store, regardless, country you're in, if the store you normally shop at has an app, install the app. So that way, if you're looking at getting something that's in bulk, you can pull up the app, see what their price is in store at your normal spot, and decide whether or not the cost of buying in bulk is going to be worth it.
Right.
So if you're a type of household who needs, I use because most almond milk, soy milk, stuff like that, they actually sold in the half-gallon cartons. But if you're
Mm-hmm.
always buying two, so it's like I know where I am on average, it's about $3, give or take, for almond milk, right? So to buy two of those would be six. But if you're gonna get, which would be a gallon, but if you're gonna get like 2 gallons for like $13, well, you're gonna definitely save by getting the 2 gallons worth.
Right.
Um, so I would use an app to check to see the prices where you normally go. If buying in bulk ends up being cheaper overall, that's probably a good buy. If it's the same, I personally wouldn't do it because
Right.
you might be buying more than you need. So if you're buying in bulk, you may be saving by buying 2 gallons, right? But if you only ever really need a gallon worth, you might be overspending in that context.
Yeah.
So be mindful of what you're spending there.
Yes, and you also have to take into account that there is the kind of convenience factor of it too. I don't have to go to the store as often if
True.
I buy some of these products in bulk. So there is that kind of part of it as well. And again, if you have a family, a lot of these things can come in handy, like seasonings. They have a great
Oh my god.
section of seasonings, and I mean them bulky. I think we got the lemon pepper one time I think we got the everything but the bagel seasoning, like just like you would get at Trader Joe's. Everyone makes it now.
I have a giant. Yeah, I
Um,
got one of those. Yeah.
yeah, like I mean, it's huge. So you definitely check out the seasoning section. You'll be highly impressed and surprised, probably too.
Yeah, I got. So I probably would have gone crazy in that. I love seasonings. I like cooking things. No, then I'm doing purple carrot. Still doing that,
Mm-hmm.
and we have an episode coming out about
Woo-hoo.
that. Um,
Yep.
but so I don't cook as often as I was. But when I do, sometimes I'll cook bland. Like I'll make just rice and vegetables and like an unseasoned protein, and then I'll use
Mm-hmm.
seasonings on them, or I'll let's say I make rice and veggies, and I'm doing tofu that week. So I'll just pick a random seasoning, season the tofu, air fry it or whatever I'm gonna do. Put a little seasoning with the rice and veggies, put that on, and that's all I'll season it. So I have a ton of. I actually I didn't show you when we were here. Come over
Yeah,
to my house this weekend. And I have a drawer. Like I literally I filled an entire drawer of seasonings that I have.
that's
I
so
have a
cool.
ridiculous amount. So if I hadn't had that many, I probably would have gone crazy in that aisle. But they have
Yeah.
all kinds of options. Seasonings, on a rare occasion, they'll have like milk powder will be in something. It's rare.
Mm-hmm.
Like ranch seasonings, stuff like that usually have it in there.
Yeah.
Um, but most seasonings are vegan friendly. And I got taco seasoning, a big thing of taco seasoning because I love making taco stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's also good if you're doing like taco bowls and stuff. But you actually cook it. You actually take your rice and when you're cooking it, just sprinkle some taco seasonings in the actual water, and then it'll cook into the rice and be really strong flavor. I like doing that. Um, but yeah, I got two for that. But see, I could go on the seasonings because there's so many options. They had like a whole freaking wall. I was like, oh my god,
They did,
my
yeah.
eyes got huge. Like, oh, okay, calm down.
And again, there's like such huge quantities that it's kind of amazing to see. Like you're like, that is a shit ton of pepper, but you'll use it eventually. There's a bunch of like the pink Himalayan salt, which is all that I use. So definitely do not skip over the seasoning style. You'll also find some kind of like sugar alternatives. So there is the whole earth plant-based sugar alternative that I found there. I've never used this. I use sugar in the raw if I use anything at all, which is very rare, but they have that at Costco. So if that's something you like,
Yeah, I use
buy in
stevia.
bulk. So the last thing I wanted to ask about was what did you think of the kombucha?
So I got the Brew Doctor Kombucha, which I've had before. I had different flavorings of it. Wasn't in this one. This was actually because they have basically in cases. They have like six, I think. Yeah, you had six. You had three flavors doubled.
Mm-hmm.
So they had them. The cases were kind of like how can I put this? They were themed. And
Yeah.
this one was mostly kind of herbal and more than anything else. I liked them. I didn't have a single one I didn't like. I actually had
Good.
it on the desk for a while because I was going to talk about it, but I ended up cleaning my office up and tossing it. There was a berry one that was really good, and it had I think it had like a raspberry in it or a cherry and something. But anyway, the I usually drink GTS,
Mm-hmm.
or I get which I have like two bottles of these on my desk right now. The organic Trader Joe's, not Trader Joe's, the organic. Come on, we're talking about Trader Joe's earlier. The organic Kroger kombuchas, which are a little higher in calorie than GTS. I usually get those because they're sweeter. And other kombuchas, usually they're too bland for me. They don't really.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like a hint of flavor.
Right.
I could drink straight kombucha, just plain. It doesn't. I like it. It doesn't bother me. Uh, but I prefer flavor in it because
Yeah,
if I'm gonna drink kombucha, but since I might as well put vinegar in my water that I drink all day.
basically.
And I don't dislike it. It's just it's not interesting. It's boring. So
Right.
I like having the fruit juices and season flavors and all the stuff in it. And most kombuchas, other than GT and Kroger's kombuchas, they're usually just too bland for me. They're just like a hint of flavor. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but Brew Doctor is one of the few that weren't of those two brands that I actually did like.
That's
Even the herbal
great.
one, the one that had rosemary, I think, in it.
I actually just pulled it up. So this one had the Clear Mind, which has rosemary, mint, sage, green tea.
Yes, that one's. I having that at night. It was really good.
Oh, that's a good time to have it.
Yeah,
And then the super berry had raspberry, blueberry, goji berry, and go long tea. Is that
yeah,
how you say that?
Gulong.
That
Yeah,
one looked really good. That one looked yummy.
it's really good.
It said, I think, did you have a mango in that one too? In that,
I don't was it. Yes, I did.
yes.
That one wasn't as sweet as I expected. The berry one was very sweet. In relation to the other ones, the Clear Mind was it's very herbal, very soft,
Mhm.
kind of more again more relaxed. I had it at night because it sounded more of like a relaxing kind of like chill kind of option. So I had that at night.
Mhm.
Was a good. I did like that. It was really good. And the mango one I actually had, I think, on the way home. No, I know what happened. I had the mango one on the way home, and then when I got home, opened the car door, and one of them fell out, and that one shattered.
Oh
So that's what it was. I was like, because
no.
that's why I couldn't remember it. So yeah, I had one on the way home. It was good. It wasn't. So it was like in the middle. It wasn't super strong. Um, and but it wasn't very sweet. So it was okay. It's like a middle of the road one.
Yeah, it has mango, passion fruit, ginger, and green tea.
Yeah,
So,
and that's
yeah.
those flavors aren't very. I mean, mango can be kind of sweet, but usually they get kind of subdued in these type of drinks. The fermentation process, I think, kind of kills the sugar in the mango a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that was probably of all the three, that was the more subdued one. I liked it. I probably wouldn't choose it. I didn't dislike it, but I wouldn't like if you had like, hey, I
Right.
got a kombucha. It's this one. Oh, cool, it's great. But if you're given the option, I wouldn't choose that one. I probably would have chosen the berry one over the three. Um,
It's just so unusual to ever get kombucha in a bulk way.
yeah, I was
Like you
excited.
can't
Yeah,
normally get it like that. So that is a huge deal. Like, I mean, to be able to get a good quantity of kombucha for a pretty good price too, I highly recommend you look for that one if you go there.
yeah,
And you probably have other options again. There's probably another kind of kombucha at your place than there is at ours. So we want to hear all about it.
yeah. The kombuchas are usually about $3 a bottle. I think this came out to about 250, 225, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Good
nice.
price for that too. Yeah, I like that. And one thing I had on the list when it was the supplemental foods, because I want to add this because I still actually have them. There was hemp seeds and chia seeds. 'Cause I
Mm-hmm.
have those every morning. I still have them. They're great. If you need bulk in those, and you're not in a place where you can actually like get them in bulk, like scoop them into your own bag, Also matcha. Some people actually put matcha in their smoothies. I'm using it to make green tea lattes, which is awesome.
So fancy.
Yeah. So supplemental foods, that's a good one. If you put like raw cacao, hemp seeds, chia seeds, and make bowls out of them, or if you do like smoothies, like I do, good spot to get those sort of things in for lower per volume than you can get anywhere else.
Right. Um, I think that there's probably going to be even more options the more that Costco sees that we're buying these vegan choices. I'm hoping that they'll incorporate even more choices. But I feel like, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like Costco has more vegan options than I've ever seen at Sam's. So in my world, Costco wins, which is pretty exciting because I canceled my Sam's Club membership and got a Costco one. So I'm glad that it wins. But yeah, we definitely recommend you going to Costco. Listen, you probably have a friend who has a Costco membership. Somebody. Go with them before you ever like invest in getting one yourself, because you do have to pay a membership fee every year. And if it's not something that you're going to do very often, then like make it a Costco date, every few months with your friend or whatever. And you can get some of the things you would normally get. Like, David, I'll take you every few months because you don't need a membership. You're, a single guy, but you can come with me and get anything that you need to get. So
okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say it definitely is not something I would do. Not because it's not beneficial as far as the options and cost is great, but it's just me. So buying, the equivalent of like 3 packs of Impossible Burgers, a giant box of egg rolls, and a huge thing of mac and cheese is not really beneficial for me. But for you, it's great because you got like 3 people, sometimes 4 or 5 people in your house at a time.
Yep.
And I don't, so that's gonna go bad on me. Or again, when did we go? We went like a month or 2 months ago, wasn't it?
Something like that. Yeah, it's been quite a while.
And I still have the Impossible Burgers and the egg rolls in the refrigerator, in the freezer.
Yeah.
So, and a good amount of them too. I'm sure I have more of those than you do left. So.
For sure.
If you're 3 or more to a household, it's definitely beneficial, for sure.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And again, if it's just you, find a friend and tag along. I'm hoping that they will eventually add some kind of vegan option to their little food area, like their little cafe. I don't know what the heck you want to call it, food court. Whatever.
There we go, yeah.
You can buy like a full freaking pizza. You can buy like all kinds of food, but there's not a damn thing that we can have. I heard that they have an option, but not here in my area. So I'm hoping that, the more that we buy the vegan products, the more they're going to respect us, give us a little snack we can grab on our way out. That'd be nice. God, so spoiled.
Come on.
I know, right? So next we're going to go to Trader Joe's and do some shopping and tell you guys some of our favorite Trader Joe's products. And David's probably the most excited for that one. That's his jam. I love that place too. I just haven't been in a long time because, again, it's not close to me. So we want to know if there's a place. What?
I already know one thing I'm going to get there. I'm super excited about.
I can picture one thing that I haven't had in forever and I want, and it's that pink rainbow wrap.
Oh, that's super good. I get that as like my lunch sometimes. Yeah,
it's so good.
For me, it's these little. It's like these little like sandwich, like they're called vignettes or whatever they are, but they're not dessert. But it's got everything bagel seasoning on top of it. And it's all like, and you can make a sandwich. Oh my god.
So good.
They're like little focaccia rolls. They're super good.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good. Okay,
that sounds good.
It is very good.
All right, Trader Joe's is next. If you think of any other stores you guys want us to go to and check out if they have any vegan options or vegan products that you've never known of, or what our favorite ones are, let us know. And how you would do that is message us on Instagram or Facebook at The Average Vegans, or email us at theaveragevegans@gmail.com. You can obviously find our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, and anywhere else you get your podcast fix. Please leave us a review. We would love it. And recommend us to all of your friends and family, coworkers, everybody. The more you talk about us, the more you spread the love, the better our show does, and the more people we can help join the vegan lifestyle. You can find show notes for all of our episodes, links, and more at theaveragevegans.com, our website. And of course, like I said, we want to hear from you guys. What are your favorite Costco vegan products? Where should we go to next? If you have any other episode ideas, we are coming up on our 1 year anniversary. So, you have any ideas on how we can celebrate? That's gonna be really exciting. We also have some really cool things happening with podcasts, some cool, recommend or what do you call it? Accolades, I guess. So you'll get to hear some cool stuff soon. We also have some interviews coming up. So let us know if you have any ideas. Email us, message us, all that stuff. And that's about it for today's episode.
All right. Well, until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.